would remain standing, please. We'd like to have a moment of silence for Joseph Gordon, Louis Peluso, and Judith Johnson. Joseph Gordon was a former board member. Louis Peluso was a former board member and former head custodial at Haverstraw Middle School. And Judith Johnson is from the New York State Regent's Office. So if you would please, a moment of silence. Thank you very much.
And Mrs. Levine is absent.
Next item is may I have a motion to accept the agenda? Mr. Fernandez, second by Mrs. Gaddy. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. I'm going to ask for any board member reports. Mr. Fernandez?
Yes, Mr. Masiello, I have a couple of items. Of great importance. On Wednesday, November 20th, at North High School at 7 p.m. There's from our School Health Advisory Committee. There's ending the silence, a mental health presentation for operation of the PTA. This is a great opportunity for families and students to come out. This is such a hot topic nowadays. Many struggling with mental illness, and it's a great opportunity to receive some information on that and resources available to the community and parents. And then the following day, on Thursday, November 21st, right here at Fieldsville Middle School, there's a baby presentation for all students and parents. So those are two great opportunities. That information is also posted on the district website. Congratulations to the girls North Rockland soccer team for winning the Section 1 championships. We also congratulate the girls volleyball team for making the Section 1 finals. They fell a couple of rounds short of the victory, but we're very proud of their determination and hard work. Last month, at the North Rockland Chamber of Commerce Harvest Dinner, retired North Rockland ROTC Senior Chief Mary Kavanaugh was honored as the Youth Leader of the Year. And North Rockland High School Gianna Rose Ponzi was honored as the Student of the Year. Congratulations to both of you. The North Rockland Drama Society is pleased to present Blue on Stage, this Walter comedy, on November 8th, 9th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. All shows begin at 7 p.m. Tickets may be purchased at the door or online at nrhsdrama.bookticket.com. All that information is also on the high school website. That's actually a nice evening. These are great shows, I'm telling you. Even if you don't have kids or you have neighbors, bring them to the show. It's a great time. And you don't have $100 to park by a Broadway show either, so that makes it even better. In observance of Veterans Day, all North Rockland schools will be closed on Monday, November 11th. Do we have any veterans in the room? If so, stand up, if we have any. Well, we thank all those. Thank you, sir, for your service to our country. And we thank all our North Rockland veterans for their service to our country. We thank all North Rockland schools will also be closed on Thursday and Friday, November 28th and 29th for the Thanksgiving holiday. Also, I always like to announce at every board meeting, each school has a website where there's also a lot of schools, and the district has Facebook and Twitter. If you go to the board, if you go to North Rockland Central School District website, you go onto board docs. There you'll see these what we're seeing in front of our screens and the program we got of tonight. What's on the agenda, the full agenda, what has been voted on past meetings. There's even links to budgets and tax information. So there's a lot of wealth of information out there available to all the public. And on behalf of the Board of Education, we wish you all a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Are there any other board member reports?
Just one more, the boys and girls cross-country teams also won the county championship this year, and we wish them lots of luck as they move on now to sectional championship.
And I just wanted to emphasize the first presentation that Mr. Fernandez mentioned about the vaping on November 21st. It's very important that we educate both the students and the parents on this issue. As you've heard many things on the news, much more information has come forward about the vaping, and we hope that we have the full house for that. Okay, now we're going to move to our first presentation. It's the board recognition performance from the district choir, grades K through 12, under Fawn Fleisig.
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of this amazing district-wide chorus from 3rd grade all the way to 12th, we have representation from every one of our schools in this district. We would like to say thank you to our board for helping us follow our millions of dreams. Enjoy. And featuring Mr. Saul Block on the keys.
District Choir. Very good, great job. Thank you, Mrs. Fleisig. This is episode 1 of North Rockland's Got Talent. Just be sure to.
It's certainly a feat to combine all those voices ranging from elementary school through high school. And, we're so proud of our district in so many ways, academically, sports-wise, but our arts are also something that make us very proud. And our music department is second to none. We have a tremendous staff. 2 of them are here today that go above and beyond their days to provide opportunities for our students in the community and outside programs, and it really shows. And, I get to see concerts at all levels, and I really do invite the community to support your children, our children in the arts, and where there are concerts, whether it's 3rd graders that are singing, and then you get to see them in 6th grade, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, and you see that transition and how far they come, and then they come to Fieldstone, and you see the sophistication they're starting to show, and then once they get to the high school, you think you're off Broadway when you hear some of these productions. So please come and support the concerts, the drama productions, and I'm sure that you won't be disappointed. Thank you for coming tonight and for allowing your children to share their talents.
We're going to take just a minute break so everyone gets out safely. We're going to start the next presentation for board recognition. Fun stuff.
I like the style of this one. Sometimes they say, you know what I mean? Doesn't look good.
Now to continue with our board recognition program, I'd like to call up Mrs. Suzanne Tiso. She's the PTA Council President.
Some act to follow, so I will make it very brief. I'm here representing all the PTAs of all the North Rockland Central School District, and we all would like to thank you for all the hard work. We are very fortunate in this district to have board members that are not just part of the board, but part of the community. I mean, every single one of you have been on some sort of committee or and we appreciate you and we thank you. And continue to make our school district great. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Tiso. And next, I'd like to call up our three associations, CSEA, the Teachers Association, and our Administrators Association. They're represented by Joe Wyan, Debbie Brennan, and Mike Rowe. And Mary Esposito.
Yes, it has to come up for me, you're right. I see you saying something about that. Just here on behalf of the North Rockland Administrators Association to again say thank you for all the work that you do. You know, we talk about the length and the breadth of service, and this group, this august body truly is so amazing in terms of length of service and also breadth of service. I was speaking to one of my new teachers just about 2 weeks ago, and we were speaking about the Board of Education. She comes from a district outside of North Rockland, and she was asking me about the board. I said, well, you know, long service, but also depth of service that they have in so many different areas. And she said to me, you know, it's just, I don't know anything about that from where I am. People are on the board for 2 or 3 years and they're off. It just doesn't seem to be a really active thing. I said, well, you're in North Rockland now, and our board represents so much of what our community does. So thank you for all that you do. And as part of that, thanks, the North Rockland administrators are joining with our colleagues and the other 2 bargaining units to support a scholarship in your name this spring. So thank you so much.
Wow, I didn't realize how much taller you were. Next, Dr. Pelicello is going to read a proclamation that was sent by the governor's office.
Whereas each year, School Board Recognition Week is observed by more than 700 school board districts throughout the Empire State, and whereas our state's public education system is designed to meet the educational needs of all children, to empower them to become competent, productive contributors to society in an ever-changing world, and where members of local school boards are dedicated to children, learning, and community, and devote many hours of service to elementary and secondary public education as they continually strive for improvements, excellence, and progress in education, recognizing that all children can be successful learners. especially when education is tailored to the individual needs of the child. And whereas local school board members are strong advocates for public education and are responsible for communicating the needs of the school district to the public and the public's expectations to the district by working closely with parents, educational professionals, and other community members to create the educational vision all hold for today's students and those in the future. And whereas the members of the New York State's local school boards respond to the educational needs of the communities they serve and help ensure the solid foundation of our school system. In doing so, these leaders strengthen our state's educational system and improve future prospects for our children. And whereas during October 21st through October 25th, 2019, special activities and programs will be held in communities across New York State in observance of School Board Recognition Week. And it is fitting to join in acknowledging commitment and contributions of members of local school boards. Now therefore, I, Andrew M. Cuomo, Governor of the State of New York, do hereby proclaim October 21st through October 25th, 2019 as School Board Recognition Week.
Now, from New York State Association of School Boards, a little clip about what it is that school board members do, because I feel many times people in the community have no idea even that we have you guys. So for those out there, just a little synopsis of some of what school board members do.
Good evening. Just some of the things. School board members take on one of the most important citizen responsibilities, which is overseeing the education of the community's youth. Boards of education guide their local school systems and ensure public schools are flexible and responsive to the needs of the community. School boards are comprised of volunteers, most of whom do not receive any compensation for their service. They are individuals within our community who dedicate their time to improving public education. School board members statewide collectively oversee more than 2.4 million K-12 students and $73 billion in budgeted spending. With children as their primary focus, school board members do the following: create a shared vision for the future of education, set the direction of the school district to achieve the highest student performance, provide accountability for student achievement results, develop a budget and present to the community, align district resources to improve achievement, support a healthy school district culture in which to work and learn, and much more. So on behalf of the district administration, thank you to all the school board members for everything you do for us and for the students in the community of North Rockland.
Now, if I could pull up Fields Elementary School and Willow Rose Elementary School, and Mrs. Manini, who join us up front.
So on behalf of the students at Fields Elementary School and all Fields Elementary School staff and parents, I want to introduce, well, I'm going to let the students introduce, and they got some things to say. I've got some personality with me today, okay? And so I'm going to go with this, or maybe I'll just take it off so they can take it away. Okay, so I'm going to let Mrs. McNeely step over here and join me.
Hi, my name is Liam Durso, and I am from Fields Elementary School. Thank you for providing us with terrific teachers that we love and who inspire us to learn.
Hi, my name is Atava Dal, and I'm from Fields Elementary School. Thank you for providing us with the new action-based learning lab. We are enhancing our brains to learn through movement.
Hi, my name is David Lewis, and I'm from Fields Elementary School. Thank you for making the important decisions like letting us play outside at recess. Playing kickball helps us stay healthy and make us feel good.
This uses a positive approach in social, emotional, and academic growth. As Aesop said, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. From Theos, thank you for all you do.
Hi, I'm Harry Bitterly, and I'd like to thank the board for all the field trips and celebrations we do throughout the school year.
Hello, my name is Felix Santana, and I would like to thank you for having wonderful teachers to help teach and empower students.
Thank you. You guys? Yeah. Fieldstone Middle School can come up, and Mrs. Romano can come up.
My name is Alicia. I'm from Fieldstone. We, the students of Fieldstone, truly appreciate all the hard work, time, dedication, and commitment to our community education. Thank you for all the time you put in to make our futures bright. We are so lucky to learn in such a beautiful building that combines part of North Rockland history with modern classrooms and current technology. There is not a more perfect facility out there. Thank you for providing us with so many opportunities at Fieldstone. We have numerous sports teams, clubs, and other activities that we can be part of. There is something for everyone. All the extracurricular activities help us learn how to be leaders and team players. We also thank you for our amazing administration teams and supporters. Our teachers not only teach us, but they mentor us, challenge us, and inspire us to follow our dreams. Thank you for your inspiring dedication to make Fieldstone Middle School a perfect place for us to learn.
Good evening. Hi, Mrs. Gaddy. Good to see you. On behalf of North Rockland High School, I've got some good news. The girls soccer team is up 2-0 already, so we're doing well. So that's good to announce. I'm here with Mrs. DePonte, Assistant Principal for Guidance.
On behalf of North Rockland High School, of course, representing the faculty and staff, we want to thank all the board members for all you do. You make North Rockland such a special place, and we couldn't do it without you. So I'm going to introduce I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves. These are a few of the officers from the class of 2020.
Hi, I'm Emily Gill. I'm the president of the class of 2020.
Hi, I'm Alex Tiso. I'm the vice president of the class of 2020.
Hi, I'm Isabella Palomero. I'm the secretary of the class of 2020.
On behalf of the class of 2020 and North Rockland High School students, we want to thank the Board of Education for all that you do for the students at North Rockland High School. From the amazing academic programs to the outstanding extracurricular activities, North Rockland is a special place. We are proud to be students in such a great school district. We couldn't do it without you, and we thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yep. Thanks. All right, you all in here. Thank you. Now, I have our vice president, Mr. Fernandez, come up. And Stony Point and March.
On behalf of Stony Point Elementary School, Sheldon Farley Elementary School, our families, our students, our teachers, I just want to say what an amazing job you all do and what an inspiration you are to myself and to our school, especially you. When you come to the school, you're walking down those long hallways and you come and you interact with our students and you all do it, but I see you a lot. So I'm very appreciative of that. The school is appreciative of that, and we love the things you do. I've been in a couple of districts, and there's not a board out there that functions like this board, and that's why North Rockland is such a special place. I'm gonna hand it over to my little ones.
My name is Olivia from Stony Point Elementary School. Thank you for the heart at Stony Point.
My name's Xander from Stony Point Elementary School. Thank you to our teachers for working hard at the board event at Stony Point.
Good evening.
My name is Dylan Datu.
And Lily Ukiaka. The James A. Farley Elementary School community would like to take a moment this evening to say thank you to the North Rockland Board of Education, the administrators, teachers, and staff that you have provided for us are preparing for a successful future so that we will be able to live, learn, and lead in our communities. The well-kept faculties and resources that you continue to support make us feel at home, safe, and ready to learn.
The programs, clubs, and activities that you make available to us help us in self-exploration to find out what are things we are passionate about. And most importantly, we want to thank our families for sharing with us. As time working and supporting us is time away from them. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. And last but never least, our board president, Mr. Maciel, and West Hampton from
Good evening, everyone, and on behalf of Ms. Terry and myself and the staff and the students at West Haverstraw Elementary School, we would like to thank you for everything that you do. It is a joy and a privilege to work in this district and to work with these wonderful students. And I think that if we had to check it in the mood meter right now, we would all be in green and yellow. Am I right, boys and girls? Yes, okay. So thank you so much for everything that you do. And I would like to introduce my students and also then to pass it over to Mr. Herrero, my colleague at my sister school.
My name is Alexandra Russo, and I'm just thank you for all you've done. Hi, my name is Eva Tucciaroni, and I would like to thank you for all our great teachers at West Haverstraw.
Hi, my name is Tristan Booth, and thank you for all the teaching the teachers do.
Good job. How did I, we're gonna do better than that? We'll try. Good evening. Any good organization, excellent organization has, all excellent organizations have one thing in common, and that is excellent leadership. We thank you for your leadership, for your hard work, your dedication. We are honored to work with you and for you, and we look forward to having you around many years. Please don't think about retirement. Without any further comments, I am going to pass the microphone to two of our best students at Haverstraw Elementary.
Good evening, I'm Michaela Rivera, and I'm Jill Warren. We are two sixth graders from Haverstraw Elementary, and we are here to thank you for all that you do for us.
We thank you for trying your hardest for us to have a good education, for providing us with great technology, excellent teachers, and for keeping us safe even in our times. We thank you for putting all your time and commitment into this school district.
Not only us, but everyone in this district appreciates everything you do for us.
Thank you and have a great evening.
I think it's been said so eloquently by so many before me, but we always talk about the many blessings of North Rockland, and certainly the 7 people that serve on this board are among the many blessings of North Rockland, because you serve your community so faithfully, so well. You're hardworking, you attend things, you educate yourself, and you give so much of your time away from your own families to take care of the 8,000 kids in our big family in North Rockland. So thank you. We couldn't be more proud of your accomplishments and your dedication as board members. Thank you.
On behalf of myself and I only speak for the entire board, I want to thank the PTA, the CSEA Teachers Association, and the Administration Association. I want to thank all of the students who performed here tonight and gave us gifts and special words. I want to thank the assistant superintendents, the cabinet, and Mrs. Eckert, the superintendent. Yes, we have a responsibility to the community and to educate the students and to keep them safe. But really what makes us come back year after year is presentations like this that we had on the stage, presentations from the students, the events of the students, the sports, the music, the clubs. We love seeing these performances, and that's what really in our heart keeps us coming back year after year. I mean, the meetings are okay, the committees are okay, but seeing the students perform, there's nothing like it, and I want to thank them very much. And we'll pass on the thanks to 2 board members, Mr. Krause and Mrs. Zigaby, who are not here this evening. So once again, thank you all very, very much. Okay, we're moving on, and is there any old business? Any old business? Any committee reports? Yeah, that's next. Any correspondence? Okay. We're at the point of public comment. Board of Education welcomes comments from our community. If you wish to address the board, please sign in now. Yes, okay. So, sir, if you can come up, and when addressing the board, please state your name and address, and the remarks should be addressed to the board president. Please keep your comments to 3 minutes. All speakers are to conduct themselves in a civil manner, respecting others' viewpoints. The board will not permit any discussion involving individual personnel or student during public session. Persons wishing to bring such personal matters to the board's attention should first present their comments and concerns to the superintendent during regular business hours. Thank you.
Good evening. I really enjoyed the presentations. Something new. I'm from Spring Valley and come up here to talk to you about something else, but your presentations here were beautiful. Really enjoyed them. Anyway, I'm here. My name is Ted Aaron, and I'm from the Rockland and Sierra Club. Guess what? I'm here to save you some money. Okay? I see you smile. Okay. Anyway, I just like to list a few places: Tompkins Cove Library, the Toms River School District, the Haverstraw Public School, Public Library, Somers Middle School, Tarrytown, and Rutgers University. What do they all have in common? They all save money by using solar energy. You have, in particular, over here, example, you have the Tompkins Cove Library. Because the solar panels are expected to supply about 17,000 kilowatt hours annually, the library can save 70% of its electricity cost, at least $2,800. And I got that information from the Journal News on May 14, 2010. Then there's the Haverstraw Library. We talked to the lady there, and she also indicated that they are saving money because they install solar panels on their roof. The system is expected to produce over 76,000 kilowatt hours per year, saving the library approximately $13,000 per year, with a total savings of $325,000 over the 25-year life expectancy. Now, why am I talking to you about solar panels and so forth? Well, believe it or not, New York State has a program called K-Solar. K-Solar program is sponsored by the New York Power Authority, the New York Education Department, and also the, let's see what else was there? There was a third member, I can't remember right now. Anyway, they provide information program for you. Now, the K-Solar program is, oh yeah, and I serve it as well. Under the K-Solar program, the school district receives free site survey, solar energy analysis, and no upfront cost for the installation of solar panels on the school buildings. By the way, it doesn't necessarily mean school buildings, it probably could be a field or whatever it might be, okay? The only expense to you, the school district, is just the cost of electricity coming from the solar panels. Everything else, the state pays for. It's like a win-win situation. But also, I'd like to point out to you that it's not just money that you're saving, which is good for the taxpayer and yourself and so forth. We also have a program from an educational point of view, in which they have teacher programs in which they teach the students, teach them about the solar panels and so forth, and they sponsor that also. So all this thing is a win-win situation for you, for the students, and for everybody else around. I have been to different school districts. This is my seventh school district with the Clarks down Pearl River, etc. And bottom line is that you have to file an application. Very easy. You go on the website, you click on K-Solar, public comment area, and the application field is right in front of you. And then you take it from there. I'll be back here in about a few months to see if you are taking advantage of the win-win situation here. It's well-spent money for the state. And bottom line really is that it's great for the kids because you're showing, you're giving an example of what the district can do, how they can save money, plus they can help save the environment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Aaron. I really appreciate you coming forward with that message. It's something that benefits everyone in the community. Please, yes. And we do have solar panels on some of our schools, and we're looking into the possibility of doing even more. So thank you for that information. It's very timely, and we'll take advantage of that if we can. So thank you once again. I appreciate your time. Yes, we do. Well, we have approximately, we have over a mega one. We're in the megawatts of solar power on the buildings, and we're looking into an additional maybe 2 megawatts. So we're really interested as well in as a field array. Yes, we're in the process of looking into that. So if things work out, we're looking to have the entire district covered by our solar panels. Yes, that's even better. Great message.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item we have is a memorial resolution regarding Judith Johnson. And if I could ask Mrs. Gaddy, would you please read that?
Whereas the board is desirous of expressing its profound sadness at the recent untimely passing of Regent Judith Johnson, and whereas Judith Johnson had devoted her career to leadership roles in public education positions such as Deputy Assistant Secretary and Acting Assistant Secretary for Elementary and Secondary Education, School Superintendent for the Peekskill City School District, and most recently as a member of the New York State Board of Regents. And whereas it was Regent Johnson's longtime goal to eradicate the gross inequalities in public education, and whereas Regent Johnson was a tireless advocate for students and educators across New York State, now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education of the North Rockland Central School District hereby expresses its gratitude to Regent Judith Johnson for her tireless commitment advocating against education inequality. And we further express our deep appreciation to Regent Johnson for her devoted service in advocating for students and educators, and we convey our heartfelt condolences to Regent Johnson's family, friends, and colleagues for their loss.
Okay, may I have a second by the entire board? Yes. Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Thank you, Mrs. Gaines. We have a retirement, and if I could ask Mr. Fernandez, would you read that?
Yes, whereas Pamela Hebner has served the North Rockland Central School District with dedication for a total of 10 years and 3 months, and where she has submitted her resignation for retirement purposes. Therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education, upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, hereby accepts with deep regret the resignation of Pamela Hebner, monitor effective December 31st, 2019. And be it further resolved that the Board of Education wishes Ms. Hebner and her family much happiness in the future.
Thank you, Mr. Fernandez. May I have a second by the entire board, please? All right, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. We wish Pamela Hebner great success in the future for your retirement. In good health. We're now at the point of the consent agenda. If I may read this first. Using the consent agenda permits the Board of Education to make more effective the time of use by adopting a single motion to cover those relatively routine matters which are included. Any member of the board who wishes to discuss a particular piece of business on the consent agenda may so indicate, and that item will be transferred to the regular agenda for consideration and a separate vote, thus preserving the right of all board members to be heard on any issue. I have a motion on the agenda. Mrs. Caddy, second by Mrs. Manini. Any discussion?
Yes,
Mr. Romano, yes, please.
I'd like to pull 2103, item 2103, the North Rockland High School extra duty assignments.
Okay, so let's do that one first. May I have a motion on that? Separate item 2103. Mrs. Manini, second by Mr. Fernandez. Any discussion further on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 4-0 and 1 abstention. I used my calculator. All right, thank you very much. And then now for the entire consent agenda, may I have a motion? Mrs. Gaddy? Second by Mrs. Gaddy. Okay. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The rest of the consent agenda passes 5-0. And may I have a motion to adjourn? Mrs. Romano, second by Mrs. Manini. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Thank you all for coming and staying to the very end. Have a good evening.